And welcome back. Still with the top finishers of this UTMB week here. Scotty Hoker, third place finisher of the 2019 UTMB. Mind blowing. There's a lot of us having tears in our eyes at the finish line. Congratulations. Really, and thanks for being here already.
No, yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, definitely pretty emotional at the finish line yesterday for sure.
Voilà, donc on est avec le troisième de cette UTMB 2019, Scott Hoker de Nouvelle-Zélande. Et on lui dit, ouais, son arrivée a été pleine d'émotions et elle nous a tiré des larmes à beaucoup. Et on va expliquer pourquoi un petit peu cette troisième place est importante pour lui et pour tous ceux qui le suivent un petit peu. So you were telling me earlier that last year was not the best season for you. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was just it was a really strange season last year. Like after 2017 and coming 11th at UTMB, confidence obviously was pretty high, and I was feeling really good about things. And then raced in Ultra Trail Cape Town in December and was third place there. So I was really excited for 2018 season, thinking that if I can, continue the progression and train and, get some more racing under my belt. And then, just last year, it was just a problem with my kind of hamstring and sciatic nerve initially. And then, my stomach just wasn't happy. Day-to-day kind of stuff was okay, but just any time I was racing, even some of my long runs, my stomach just, wasn't very happy. So, it was just a season to forget, really. And by the end of the season, I was chatting with wife Liz, and I just sort of said to her, I said, babe, I just don't know if I can do this anymore. It had just been kind of year after year of definitely some good results in there, but I just felt like there was always something that didn't enable me to kind of perform how I felt like I could perform. And then comes the self-doubt, thinking like, am I actually as good as maybe what I think I can be, and can I achieve what I think I can achieve? So it's just it turned into a pretty negative kind of mindset.
Voilà, donc on lui demandait qu'est-ce qui s'était passé, parce qu'effectivement, il nous avait expliqué là récemment que sa saison dernière avait été difficile. Il nous expliquait qu'il avait eu de très très bons résultats en 2017 sur l'UTMB et sur l'Ultra Trail Cape Town. Et il s'est dit, bon, bah, c'est bon, 2018, ça va être là où je vais vraiment exploser. Sauf qu'il a explosé, mais dans le mauvais sens du terme, c'est-à-dire qu'il a fait, sur ces 7 courses à laquelle il a participé, il a abandonné à 5, et les 2 courses qu'il a finies, c'était pas un résultat auquel il attendait, donc ça a été très très difficile pour lui. Il a douté de ses capacités aussi, parce qu'à un moment, on se remet en question. Il discute avec sa femme, il dit, mais finalement, est-ce que je peux le faire? Est-ce que je suis aussi bon que j'espère l'être? Et donc ça a été très très difficile, hein, des problèmes de cuisses, des problèmes de nerfs sciatiques qui l'ont aussi vraiment embêté. Donc ça a été une saison pleine de doutes. Mais là, on le voit arriver de retour et on va demander un peu quels ont été les enseignements tirés et comment ça a été bénéfique pour cette UTMB. So after the 2018 season that had this negative kind of train wreck, what did you learn from that to turn it around and have the season you've had this year?
Yeah, I think there were two things last year. Was obviously the kind of the problem I was having with my leg, and then the nutrition. And then once we kind of decided I was going to give it another go this year and try and change some things. Yeah, the first thing was to change the race day nutrition. Just basically eating a lot more solid food, food that I probably wouldn't have maybe originally thought that I could eat during a race. And basically the first kind of the test for the season was at the Hong Kong 100 in January, which was actually also on my birthday, which was really cool. And so, I think just sort of, trying to take away some of the focus on performance, and basically my objectives were to have as much fun as I could on my birthday. And basically all I wanted was to be able to eat all day, and hopefully not have any issues with my stomach. And so when I basically got 60 or 70k into that race and realised that my stomach was kind of doing what it should be doing, I was eating food, it was staying down, I was obviously getting some good energy from the food I was eating, and then in turn from that just enabled me to kind of run how I felt that I could run. So it was just a great feeling, kind of, getting to 30k, 40k to go on the race, and knowing that I could give myself an opportunity to finish well.
Voilà, donc il nous expliquait son enseignement principal, étant donné ses problèmes de nerfs sciatiques et de nutrition, c'était d'avoir ça bien. Et il a pu exécuter ça parfaitement lors de la Hong Kong 100, où il a décidé de manger plus de vraie nourriture comparé à des gels et des boissons énergétiques. Et puis c'était en plus lors de son anniversaire, donc il s'est dit, bon, je ne vais pas m'occuper de la compétition, je vais juste me faire plaisir. Et puis après 70 km, il s'est rendu compte que tout allait bien, que tout fonctionnait, que son estomac ne rejetait pas l'alimentation qu'il y mettait, et donc du coup ça s'est super bien fini. Fast forward to UTMB 2019. Can you tell us about maybe your highest high and your lowest low in the race and how it panned out?
Yeah, I mean the lowest low to start. Yeah, the downhill into Les Chapieux at I think around 50k was just yeah, pretty demoralising to be honest. Having known how I'd trained and how I was feeling pre-race, to then all of a sudden feel like I was just back to square one. I felt like, to be honest, it was just 2018 all over again. Yeah, I got pretty upset on that downhill, just thinking all of the kind of hard work and everything that I'd done in the build up to this race, you know, sort of sacrificing a lot of things. And as a family also, we committed a lot to UTMB this year with regards to the build up and things. So yeah, that was definitely a low moment. And yeah, I was about to pull the pin at Les Chapieux. I just thought, you know, again, I just felt done. You know, I just sort of felt even if things could bounce back, there was no way it was going to be the race that I wanted to have. And then the finish, just running up that finishing chute of UTMB in third place, holding my daughter's hand. Yeah, I've seen a few photos and videos, and I just still can't believe it. Like, it was just. Yeah, I mean, there's, you know, moments in life that you're never going to forget, and yeah, I mean, that was definitely one of them.
Voilà, donc je lui pose la question sur cette UTMB, comment ça s'est passé, quels ont été les meilleurs et les moins bons moments. Et il dit, moi, mon pire moment, c'était dans la descente vers les Chapieux, à peu près au 50e kilomètre, où il avait l'impression que c'était de nouveau sa saison de 2018 qui arrivait. Il n'avait pas de jambes, il se sentait mal, il a recommencé à douter de lui et il était carrément prêt à abandonner au Chapieux. Puis des amis à lui, coureurs, qui faisaient l'UTMB également, lui ont dit non, mais tu peux pas abandonner là, tu vaux mieux que ça, lâche pas. Et alors il s'est dit, bon allez, je vais quand même, si eux me disent ça, je vais quand même essayer de pousser, d'aller au bout. Et puis finalement, il a réussi à retourner cette situation pour arriver à son meilleur moment, qui était véritablement son arrivée à Chamonix. Et la dernière ligne droite avec sa fille, main dans la main. Et passer la ligne d'arrivée en 3e position. Il nous avait dit que voilà, il voulait essayer de faire le top 10 pour être sur le podium de l'UTMB. Aujourd'hui, il est sur le podium top 3 et il dit qu'il y a des moments dans la vie qui restent inoubliables, et celui-là est définitivement un de ces moments de passer la ligne d'arrivée en 3e place. Scotty, congratulations. We're so stoked for you that you finally turned it around and reached like beyond your goal of being on the podium, because this afternoon you're not only going to be on the podium, but on the actually top 3 podium. So congratulations. Yeah, stoked for you, and we're looking forward to what's come next.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks so much for the support.
Voilà, donc on le remercie beaucoup. Il va pouvoir du coup accomplir son rêve d'être sur le podium de l'UTMB, mais non pas dans les top 10, mais en plus dans le top 3. Et on lui souhaite beaucoup de bonheur et de succès pour le reste de sa saison et de sa carrière. Thank you, mate.
Awesome. Cheers, bro.